guys, we're back again with another video today, and you already know we had to start this video off with a bang because god damn, Lynn is fine. Well, yes sir, we're gonna be covering Lynn today. Before we get too deep into it, I want to say I apologize if this video is a little bit lengthy. There's a little bit more stuff we got to talk about in Lynn's kit for me to explain why I built what I built and why I'm doing this build specifically. So yeah, this video might be a little bit lengthy, but I will have timestamps down below so y'all can jump around to whatever part you're most interested in, so you don't have to listen to me yap about everything if you don't care about me yapping about everything. But yeah, I want to say I also appreciate all the likes, the comments, and the subscribe in the previous videos. We are moving up in the algorithm today, baby. Y'all say we ain't leaving your boy down here to linger. We are moving, and I appreciate that. But if you guys like this video, comment, subscribe. If you guys need to reach me and you can't reach me in my comments, I try to respond to all the comments. But if you can't, join the Discord, hit me up there. Also, you can join the Discord to flex your builds, your drip, ask questions. It's all there. There's a chat for it. Feel free to join up on the community. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into this video. And as usual, I'm going to start off this video with a little bit of a ad clear showcase. Then we're going to go and we're going to be talking about her abilities, because there's a little bit to this character, and for me to explain why I'm doing my build the way I'm doing it, and the reason why I think this build is amazing, is I will have to show that to you. So without further ado, let's get right into the ad clear showcase. Alright guys, this is going to be the most basic ads as y'all know it. I'm just going to show the damage she does to these guys right now. As you can see, level 100. On the average ad, they are getting mowed down like nobody's business. She hits absolutely everything on screen. The character is good, very, very good. I mean, she's one of the best characters in the game, right? As you can see, absolutely just rip through everything on screen. Pretty goddamn simple. Those are for the average ads. Now I will be showcasing on the big tanky boys as well, like the super tanky ones. And y'all will see the fact that she does this much damage to them guys. I mean, the character is really goddamn good. So let's spawn in all the big tanky ones. These are the big tanky annoying ads that usually take a lot of time to kill. You can see this is the type of damage that we're dishing out to them. She hits everything that you can pretty much see on your screen, and she hits them all at the same time. This is the damage that we're cooking with. As you can see, she is doing plenty of damage to these guys. I mean, these guys are tanky as hell. I'm sure if you face these guys before at level 100, you already know how tanky they can be, and she is absolutely digging into them. Well, yeah, normally you'd want to just stop shooting for a second, pop your pistol. Oh, portal to Beth got rocked. But yeah, as you can see right there, this is the type of damage you're doing to the super tanky boys. Pretty goddamn good if I do say so myself. Oh, oops. But yeah, that's going to be it for our ad clear showcase. As you guys can see, she is bussin'. Now, let's get right into the build. So, my Lynn is Intron 2. Intron 1 is pretty much comfort, other than in like boss fights you get a little bit of morale damage. By a little bit, I mean a lot bit. It's for 60 seconds whenever combat starts. You get a 35% more morale, so you do a lot more damage for 60 seconds and it completely disappears. And when I'm in my ult, I take reduced damage by 30% and it decreases the intervals of me gaining attack speed. Y'all will understand what that means when I get to it. But yeah, as for her skills, this is our first one right here. It's called Deadly Blossom. She just dodges forward. She pops a shot that marks an enemy with something called Laceration. Whenever you hit an enemy, it builds up the Laceration at 10 stacks. Laceration pops, does damage. Or after 8 seconds, the Laceration pops and does damage, as you can see right there. As for her ult, you guys see me use it just now. You just pop it. You go into this mode where you cannot move. You just pop a bunch of shots. You gain ramping attack speed. You hit everything on screen. And I mean, it's pretty goddamn ridiculous. It's pretty straightforward, as you can see right there. Nothing too crazy. It also consumes sanity, but this build, you don't have to worry too much about that. That's what I'm trying to fix. And as for her passive, this one is called Tactical Rapid Fire. When not shooting, Lynn builds up stacks. If you see in the bottom of my screen down here, I'm trying to show you my mouse. Builds up stacks. Those stacks give damage. I think at what the level I currently have it, those stacks are going to be giving me like 79% damage. Problem is, it only lasts 7.7 seconds. You only have that damage for 7 seconds. Now guys, as for what the build that we're going to be running, I'm going to show you guys it and I'll explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is what I'm going to be running. We're running full INSPO. I prefer this to duration, and I mean, I definitely prefer it to duration. I mean, the community is pretty much arguing over what's better, skill efficiency or skill duration. It's literally they're goddamn having a goddamn like straight up domain clash of over which one is better, which one you'd want to run on Lynn. I prefer this right here, and I think this is better. I will explain why I think this is better. But so with this, I mean, I'll go to this right here. This is the full INSPO sheet. This is what I'm running normally. And as you can see right now, my ult is consuming 7 sanity per second. And the cost is 4 to cast it. Now the cost being 4 is whatever, pop it once. It's still very nice that it's this cheap. But what's important here is that it only costs 7 sanity per second. Now, the reason why people like this, people are complaining, or people think this one is better, or people prefer this one is what I should say, is because this, as you can see, sanity costs 10, but it consumes 10 sanity per second. But the reason you're like, oh my god, it's clear the other one's better. The reason why people don't like this other one, or some people aren't using it, is because you get longer suppressing fire duration. As you can see, with this, your suppressing fire lasts 12 seconds, but with the other build, suppressing fire only lasts 7 seconds. Now the reason why I think the other build is better, even though you're losing out on like it's like 4 seconds of like 70% attack, 70% damage boost. Don't get me wrong, that is good damage, right? The problem with that, and I will explain while showcasing it right now, is that your ult costs so much more. And in this build, as you can see, this one is good, but this one, it's like, the reason why I prefer my build, this one, the one I'm going with INSPO, is because I like the ult being 7 seconds. I'll explain a little bit more with a tiny bit of math just to show you how much better this is, or how much longer you can be in your ult with this. But I wanted to just talk about the damage bonus that people are going for and the reason why they want more duration on that. So it is obviously a 70, I think 9% damage bonus like I showed before at this level, and it lasts 12 seconds. The problem is, for this to work, you need to have these thing in the middle of your screen lit up, and the moment you shoot your gun or you pop your ult, it gets consumed, and then you get the damage bonus. The problem is, obviously, with this gun that we're using, because this gun gives the biggest damage bonus to her, it gives 45%. We'll talk about more of that in a second. But yeah, for this gun, you need to simply shoot once. So when you shoot once, boom, it turns it on, then you pop your ult, that's 1 second gone, and now you only have like 11 seconds of it. You know, you think that's not that bad, but when you compare it, look how much faster my ult is draining, guys. Like, look at the drain rate of my ult with that. It's pretty damn quick, right? As you can see, I mean, it was fast as hell, and that is with only this in the build. Now I'm going to go to this build, where obviously it's only this in it, and you will see how much longer my ult lasts for. So obviously the damage bonus from this will only be 7 seconds instead of the 11, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm losing 4 seconds of a pretty good damage boost, but the difference is you have so much more uptime on your ultimate. It is absolutely, I mean, it couldn't be more obvious, right, on which one you'd want to choose. Unfortunately, my energy is a bit low, so I'll have to leave training real quick. I might just cut this out of the video. Maybe I'll cut it out, maybe I don't. It was only a couple seconds, we don't know. But yeah, this is with the other build right now, as you can see, just to be clear that I didn't change anything, just in case I cut something. This is it. And look how much longer my ult lasts with this. Like, look at the difference in how long it lasts because of the simple extra 3 sanity that you get to save. I mean, it adds up. It is very, very significant when you pay attention to it, right, guys? I mean, it couldn't be more obvious as to why I went this build. That is, especially into harder content when enemies are getting super tanky. If you're out of your ult with this character, you're cooked. Like, you're done. This character is completely dead outside of her ultimate, right? Not only does it give you damage reduction, but it gives you all of your damage. So this is why I think this is fine, but I'm very, very confident in saying I prefer this build. I don't like the fact that it's 3 seconds more of whatever damage. It's good damage, but it's only 3 seconds and your ult runs out way faster. I don't think it's worth it. And obviously with Lynn, right, in those 3 seconds, I mean, you can get off so many shots, and you gotta think, right, of how fast Lynn is shooting, how much attack speed she stacks up. Like, you get off so much more damage in that duration, guys. It is ridiculous how much damage you get off with the extra duration that you're gonna be shooting for. And that doesn't even include the proper build, which is this. Obviously, you're going to be running this on one of your supports, and it will affect, obviously, the other build as well. But with this, guys, I will explain to you a little bit of math in a second of why this is ridiculous on this character. It is so broken. But yeah, I also wanted to talk about the cooldown on this right here. Another problem with the other build is that, as you can see, when you pop it, it goes on a cooldown. That cooldown right now doesn't matter. The problem is when that's done. I have to wait 6 seconds for this to refill before I can use my ult again to get that 70% damage bonus. I don't think that's worth it. With the amount of attack speed that Lynn has and the amount of damage that she does per shot, the amount of shots you're missing out on waiting the 6 seconds for this to refill, I mean, guys, it could be more significant, right? Like, I'll simply just do this real quick. As you can see, we're full stacks, pop it, do this. We're gonna shoot for the duration real quick just to show you guys. Now, boom, that is it. Now we'd have to sit here and wait for it to refill before we can, boom, and now we can ult again. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna use it, right? I'm going to simply count to 6. If you're watching a video on YouTube, you can track the 6 seconds to see how much more shots we could get off. In fact, this isn't even an accurate test because we're not hitting anything. Let me spawn in a really tanky enemy for you guys just to show properly how much more damage we're going to be missing because Lynn isn't shooting. We're just AFK, right? We'll spawn in super tanky enemy, make myself invincible, we'll turn him off just to show you guys how much attack speed we're losing, or how much the attack speed we're getting is making us lose so much more damage by waiting the 6 seconds. So right now, we're going to pop our ult, we're going to shoot, and you guys are watching the video on YouTube, so you can literally track the 6 seconds. I'll also count 6 seconds so you guys can see how much damage she's losing by not shooting for those 6 seconds. So this would be normal. Obviously, this is 7 seconds for me. This would be normally 12. But as you can see, and now 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. That is how much damage we would miss out on if we were waiting for this bullet to refill to give us 79% weapon attack. I don't think it's even close to being worth it. Like, that is a lot of downtime for Lynn because her attack speed just gives us so many shots in that duration. I really don't think it's worth it. Now, again, I am very sorry for how long this video is. I just really wanted to make it clear why I did what I did, and I wanted to try and explain it to you guys as clear as possible, just so nobody would get confused. I'll try and speed up a little bit more so this video won't get drawn out too much. But yes, this is the build. A lot of inspo. I am running Prime Serenity on her simply for the fact that when I use her in multiplayer and people take up my characters, I will always have the additional 7 sanity. You do not need this. Now, what's so broken about the sanity is that we have 150 sanity, right? We're broken about this build in inspo. We have 150 sanity. We're consuming 7 sanity per second, so that's 21 seconds we're shooting for. But this right here is giving us 1 extra second every 3 seconds because it's giving us 7 extra sanity every 3 seconds, and it takes 7 sanity to shoot. I hope that wasn't too confusing. I tried my best to explain it. So this is giving us a total of an extra 7 seconds in our ult just by being in our build because of how much sanity it's refunding. So we get 28 seconds of shooting. Now you may think you don't really need to have the full 28 seconds to shoot. Yes, you don't, because really you want to cancel your ult every 15 seconds to shoot your pistol to get the fat 45% damage boost. And I do think the pistol is better than this for the skill damage. I mean, this damage boost is better. It's 45% dual pistol damage instead of skill damage. It's better. I would definitely recommend using her pistol. But yeah, every 15 seconds you cancel, but you're like, oh, but you're not shooting for the full 28 seconds because you have to cancel for 15. Yes, but just because we can shoot for 28 doesn't mean we need to shoot for 28. What's really good about shooting for 28 is that we have the stamina or the sanity to shoot for that long. So that means after 15 seconds, we shoot and we cancel our sanity. We are still going to have a majority of our sanity left, damn near half our sanity. And that doesn't include killing anything and getting sanity back, right? So if you count killing stuff, plus that, you're damn near running on infinite. Like, you have so much sanity to work with, and in harder contents in the game, like the Abyss or whatever it's called, Immersive Theater, you're going to need it because out of her sanity, you're taking more damage, you're doing less damage, you're just a walking dead, literally. But yeah, the other thing we need to talk about real quick is going to be Laceration. We talked about it briefly. This only does about 90,000 damage right now in my current build. All you really need to do is pop that and then auto attack a bunch, and you will see it. Now, I will showcase it real quick just for clarity. I will showcase it. Level up. Let's just max out the enemy. It will do a little bit less damage. I mean, I use level 100 enemies just so the damage can be like more relatable. If I use a super enemy, you guys won't see it. But yeah, you simply mark the enemy, and when you shoot him a bunch, you'll see a little pop. As you can see, boom, damage went up there. Now, you can also do this in your ult. So you pop that, and you just shoot him a bunch. You will see, if you're watching the video, you can see a pop up whenever it goes off. Boom, mark again and just shoot a bunch. I'll try and slow it down a little bit so you guys can see when the damage pops up. A little mark. I'll try and slow it down a little bit so you guys can see. There, just popped again. Boom, mark. Slow it down a little bit. Boom, right there, that was another 66k. As you can see, that's what that does. Now, do I think that damage is worth it? It's pretty solid. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if people want to play for that. I personally do not. I don't think it's that worth it because, yeah, you're going to be doing 60,000 damage to that enemy, but I mean, in that amount of time and the amount of sanity you're wasting, granted, it's only about 5 because you have a lot of efficiency. So, I mean, the damage is pretty good, but you don't really have to use it. You can if you want to use it in your ult just to feel cool, or if you need for a little bit of mobility to dodge, mark them, keep shooting, pop for 50. You can do that if you're facing something tanky. I would only recommend it if you're facing something very tanky, like a really tanky elite, or like maybe a boss. Aside from that, you would never press that button. And that is literally everything about our kit that I wanted to talk about to you guys. Again, this video has been going on for 20 goddamn minutes. I am really sorry it's this long, but I just wanted to make everything extremely clear. Now let's talk about the rest of our wedges. We're going to be running Wildfire. I mean, there's nothing to say. It's broken. You have to run this, no doubt. You don't need the legendary one. Even right now, my legendary one isn't even all that good because I haven't actually properly ranked it up. You're going to need this as well. No surprise there. Another Wildfire, Devouring Wildfire, Inferno Wildfire. Really good. Everything else is inspo, and we already talked about Prime Serenity. Again, you don't need this on your main character. I just really wanted to show you what is the fact that you're going to want it. What you can replace it with is the one that gives you like more damage, or you can replace it with Morale. Morale would probably be the best in slot because you do more damage at high HP. You replace it with Morale, and then you give Serenity and Uplift to both your supports. And guys, in bossing, you're gonna want to run where is that? Onslaught. Where's Duel? You want to run Duel in bossing because, yes, right here, this gives a shit ton of damage. You can replace one of your inspos for it, but Duel is very important into bossing. And also, you can replace one of your inspo for Onslaught or Trapped. I probably wouldn't. I mean, you can't. It's a lot of damage. The problem is it depends on how much energy you're consuming and how it feels to you, right? You can definitely replace it because, I mean, honestly, it's probably worth the amount of damage you're going to be getting from it. You'll probably kill quick enough to where you're more energy efficient, but I didn't fully test that. But yeah, I mean, you can run it if you want to. It's pretty goddamn solid if you're facing a bunch of enemies. The problem is this mod becomes completely redundant when you're facing one enemy. It doesn't do anything. Same with Duel. Duel doesn't do anything when you're facing more than one enemy. I like to keep my builds a little bit universal unless I'm just boss farming. But yeah, that is it. As for the melee weapon, we're going to be running Wayne's Wrath. I mean, Wayne's Wrath, it's no surprise. It's skill damage. Now, there is other options you can run. Anything that gives skill duration, skill damage, attack, you can also run those. I'm running Wayne's Wrath because I really like the skill damage bonus, and we've already talked about her gun. This gives skill duration, really goddamn good, as I've talked about before. And obviously, you want the fat 45% dual pistol damage. As for what we're running on our dual pistol, we're not really playing for any crit. We're just running, so we're running right now, we have attack speed, multi-shot, spike attack, and attack percent. This is what I think is best right now because we can't get enough crit to where I think critting in her ult's worth it. Like, obviously I'd love to, but her guns have a base 12% crit chance. It's terrible. You don't want to try and put crit on this thing right now. It's pretty bad. Now I know she's hitting a lot, but that crit rate is really goddamn low. I'd much rather collect a bunch of damage for it. But that is literally going to be everything you need to know about Lynn. Everything the reason why I built Lynn the way I built her. Now let's talk about her supports. We won't go too long on them because there's nothing really to go over too long. We're running this guy right here, main character, as you know, boom, Fat damage, weapon damage bonus, separate multiplier, important, 43%. And they give another 8 right here. Absolutely crack. Run this character. Absolute must. I think they're the most important. As for what weapon, you can throw whatever you want on them. I'm only building them full efficiency just to make sure I have as much uptime on the damage buff as possible on their ult. So you can build them efficiency, duration, that's completely up to you. As for the next character, there's a few options. As you guys seen, I was using Little Tibet. I like Tibet because she CCs enemies. She also busts my attack. Obviously I need to build her better for that, but she busts attack through this and she gives me damage. You can run this on whatever one of your supports you want. I was just showcasing it with Tibet. Tibet is running it. Again, full duration. She CCs enemies, but what's very important about her is that she gives a fat skill damage bonus. Right now with her skill at 8, I'm getting 44 here. I'm getting another 8 here. Absolutely crack. 52% skill damage bonus. Really, really good. I'd recommend running Tibet. You don't have to. You can run Peeb. Peeb is good. Problem with Peeb is she can be a little bit inconsistent. Sometimes she won't throw out that fat 75% damage boost unless you're low. Now, it's a bit iffy. You can run her. She usually does it enough to where you won't have to worry about her too much, but you can run Peeb. And obviously you can run Marge for just a fat attack boost. It's 85% attack boost over Marge, so you can run Marge if you want. But yeah, those are the ones I'm gonna say, those are what I'm quite confident are the best for them. Maybe there's something I'm forgetting about. Again guys, if there's anything you disagree with or anything you want to ask, feel free to just drop a comment. I try to reply to all of them. And that's gonna be all our supports. As for the GENIEMONs, you just want to run this little Doge right here. He gives a skill duration for 15 seconds, which is pretty good. And obviously he gives our 15% skill duration for 15 seconds. His skill is on a 30-second cooldown, so that means it's only 15-second cooldown because it's up for 15, 30-second, y'all get it? Gives you pyro attack, and yeah, pretty good. Another one you can run is this little birdie right here. He gives you 12 sanity. Every 40 seconds you can prop it to get 12 sanity. As you know, sanity is very important. And you get a pyro attack. Very simple, nothing too crazy. Those are the 2 GENIEMONs. And that is pretty much everything I wanted to go over. Again, guys, I'm sorry this video was a little bit long. It's 25 minutes. I just wanted to try and make myself as clear as possible as to why I run what I run. If you don't have this pistol, also you can run this if you want. But yeah, that's why I'm running what I am running. Lynn is amazing. This character is really good. I'm going to try and get more introns on her probably and then see how much she works, how she feels then. I hear she gets absolutely ridiculous. I'm about to look at her introns. She gets absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, that is going to be it for this entire video, guys. If you guys like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace out.